The Great Sphinx at Giza is a monument that holds with it many mysteries. We've only just uncovered it in 1817 and deciphered the ancient writings of the Egyptians in 1822. But the Sphinx is a creature that transcends the Egyptians and goes back to a time long before mainstream history tells us the Egyptians were around. We find Sphinx creatures all across the ancient world, going as far back as the Indus Valley civilization in Pakistan and the Sumerians in Iraq. Sphinxes are also depicted in Greek and Roman art, in ancient China, in Hindu art and architecture, and in other areas of Africa. In all these traditions, the Sphinx represents a protector being and is placed outside of temples and castles to guard the gates from evil spiritual forces. It seems symmetry and duality was very important to the people who created these sphinxes, as they were generally found in pairs, oftentimes male and female as well. We see this countless times among all cultures who depicted sphinxes. But then why do we only find one sphinx at the Giza Plateau? For a long time now, people have speculated about a second sphinx existing adjacent to the first. Some say it's now rubble and its remains are lost to history. Others say its remains are still out there and under the sands waiting to be uncovered. If the second sphinx does exist, it's most likely in perfect symmetry with the first, and either facing towards the sphinx, facing away from it, or facing the same direction as the first. The first sphinx is in a perfect west to east orientation facing the rising sun, so some theorize that the second sphinx is also either facing the rising sun or facing directly away at the setting sun. There are several sites of interest that the second sphinx could be, and people have even been unofficially searching for a while now. Some say it's an extreme ruin and barely visible, but right near the first sphinx. Others say it's all the way across the Giza Plateau to the other side of the pyramids, buried under the sand. It could be really any number of places around the Giza Plateau, because we don't know how the people who built the first Sphinx had things laid out. Some even theorize that the Sphinx is older than the pyramids, so it could have been possibly built as a guardian of something else. Maybe even an ancient temple that predates the pyramids that's still undiscovered. The ancient Egyptians' mythology had a story where Amun-Ra struck the Sphinx with a lightning bolt, and Egyptologists claim this was referring to the Sphinx we see there today. But some locals have their own theory, and they point to an old temple that's reminiscent of a sphinx and even looks as if it had its face destroyed by some kind of force, possibly even lightning. There are several people on YouTube I've seen bribe the locals to get inside the second sphinx, and I'll link to their videos below, but this, what they call a temple, is in the perfect shape to be a sphinx, and has the same rumored passageways the first sphinx is said to have, and even looks like it's facing the setting sun here. So could there really be a second sphinx on the Giza Plateau? Man, I would just love to be able to dig up everything in this area. So many mysteries. Let me know if you have any other theories or information about the second sphinx in the comments. I really think it's out there somewhere, and if somebody found it, it would be the greatest find of a lifetime.